Aptera has been a highly anticipated name in the world of solar electric vehicles, SEVs, with its promise of ultra-efficient, solar-powered mobility. The company has captured the imagination of EV enthusiasts with its futuristic design, record-breaking efficiency, and bold claims about sustainability. In their latest update, Aptera's team showcased several advancements, including international exhibitions, solar road tests, and progress on production intent vehicles. However, beneath the excitement, a critical analysis of their actual progress reveals a mixed picture of technical achievements, production challenges, and unfulfilled promises. This analysis will examine the facts presented in the update, evaluating Aptera's claims, comparing them to previous milestones, and assessing whether the company is on track to deliver its much-awaited vehicle. First, international exposure. Is it just marketing hype? Aptera's presence at Inner Battery in Korea and JEC World in Paris signals growing global recognition. These events provided a platform to showcase their composite material innovations and strengthen supplier relationships. However, while international exposure is essential for building brand credibility and investor confidence, it does not directly translate into production progress. Aptera has been promoting its solar EV concept for years, yet has struggled with actual production. A key concern is whether these showcases are primarily for marketing, rather than securing critical supply chain deals. Without clear agreements or production timelines, these events risk becoming mere publicity stunts rather than meaningful steps toward vehicle deliveries. Verdict: while international presence is valuable, it does not equate to production success. Aptera must demonstrate tangible outcomes from these events beyond brand visibility. 2. The Hermes road test, impressive, but is it relevant? Aptera's test vehicle Hermes completed a 315-mile solar-assisted drive across Arizona. The company proudly highlighted its efficiency at 122 watt-hours per mile, nearly twice as efficient as current EV leaders like the Tesla Model 3 and Lucid Air. However, critical factors must be considered. 1. Hermes is not a production vehicle. It is a track-testing prototype, not built for road trips. Its efficiency results, while impressive, do not directly translate to the final product. 2. Unoptimized weight and aerodynamics. Aptera admits that Hermes is heavier than the production target due to steel components. Missing aerodynamic treatments impact efficiency, making real-world comparisons difficult. 3. Solar charging claims. The test indicated 2.4 kilowatt-hours of solar energy gained, covering about 20 miles. This figure, while promising, does not align with Aptera's marketing claims of 40-plus miles of solar range per day in ideal conditions. 4th. Lack of real-world consumer conditions. The test was controlled without real consumer usage. Daily commutes, variable weather, prolonged urban stop-and-go driving. EV range often fluctuates due to real-world factors, which were not extensively addressed in the update. Verdict: while Hermes' test highlights efficiency, it does not prove Aptera's mass-market viability. More comprehensive, third-party validated tests on production-ready vehicles are needed. 3. The transition to production. How close are we? Aptera announced the PI-3 and PI-4 test vehicles, with Gemini, PI-3, intended for efficiency testing, and Artemis PI-4 prepared for real-world road trips. This suggests Aptera is moving toward production intent designs. However, concerns remain. 1. Component changes and manufacturing delays. PI-3 will feature aluminum instead of steel for weight optimization. This indicates that Aptera is still refining fundamental material choices, an unusual stage for a company supposedly close to production. 2nd, battery module and wiring delays. The battery modules are still being integrated, and the full wiring harness for PI-4 is only now being installed. This suggests significant engineering work remains before production intent prototypes can be finalized. 3. Missed production. Deadlines. Aptera has historically announced optimistic production timelines that were later delayed. The current update lacks a specific production start date, raising concerns about whether they will meet their previously stated 2024 launch goal. Verdict. Aptera's transition to production remains uncertain. While Pi3 and Pi4 developments are promising, the company is still making fundamental design changes, suggesting more delays ahead. 4. Financial viability. Can Aptera survive the production phase? Aptera teased a financial update, stating they will soon reveal the different financial levers they are using to enter production. This statement raises red flags. 1. Unclear funding strategy. Aptera has relied heavily on crowdfunding, pre-orders, and government grants. Unlike traditional automakers, it does not have large-scale investors or a robust capital reserve. The absence of clear funding details suggests potential financial struggles. Second, production costs versus pricing. Feasibility. Aptera's ultra-lightweight solar-integrated vehicle requires specialized composite materials and custom manufacturing processes, which could drive costs higher than anticipated. The company has promised a base price of $25,900, a remarkably low price for a specialized low-volume SUV. Without substantial economies of scale, profitability remains questionable. 3. Competitive landscape and market reality. Aptera competes in a niche SUV market, which has yet to prove mass market viability. Larger EV companies, Tesla, Rivian, Lucid, have faced significant financial struggles even with billions in funding. Without strong financial backing, Aptera risks following the fate of other failed EV startups. Verdict. Aptera's financial strategy remains a major risk factor. Unless it secures substantial funding, production feasibility is questionable. 5. Community engagement and marketing. Over substance, Aptera boasts about being the second most engaged EV brand on YouTube, second only to Tesla. It also launched a YouTube contest to boost engagement. However, community engagement does not equate to production progress. Engagement is valuable, but marketing cannot replace production. YouTube contests and viral videos won't solve engineering, supply chain, and funding issues. While maintaining enthusiasm is important, Aptera must focus on delivering vehicles rather than relying on online hype. Aptera risks over-prioritizing marketing over tangible progress. Hype alone cannot ensure production success. Between January 2024 and April 2024, Aptera has made incremental progress in certain areas, but remains far from achieving full-scale production. At the beginning of the year, the company maintained an ambitious goal of starting production in 2024. However, as of April, no firm production date has been announced, raising concerns about potential delays. Prototype testing has moved forward, with Hermes transitioning from lab test to a real-world road test. Additionally, the Pi3 and Pi4 prototypes are now in development, marking a moderate step forward. Material choices have also evolved. Initially, Aptera's test vehicles contained steel components, which contributed to additional weight and reduced efficiency. The company has since announced a shift toward aluminum for production models to better align with efficiency targets. While this is a necessary improvement, the fact that material changes are still being made suggests that the vehicle design is not yet finalized, slowing overall progress. Battery and wiring system development has seen minimal progress. In January, battery packs were still in development, and while there has been mention of integrating battery modules, a fully completed system has yet to be confirmed. The wiring harness for Pi4 is only now being installed, which indicates that Aptera is still in the process of refining fundamental vehicle systems. These delays raise concerns about whether Aptera can meet its production goals in the near future. Solar performance remains an area of both promise and uncertainty. In January, Aptera estimated that its vehicle could achieve over 40 miles of solar-powered range per day under optimal conditions. However, recent road tests indicate a solar gain of approximately 20 miles per day, significantly lower than the initial claims. While factors such as weather conditions and driving behavior may influence results, this discrepancy suggests that further validation is needed to confirm real-world solar charging capabilities. Financially, Aptera's position remains uncertain. In January, the company was actively seeking funding, but did not provide a clear financial roadmap. Now, a financial update has been teased, but specifics have not been disclosed. Without a well-defined funding strategy, there is no guarantee that Aptera can secure the capital required for large-scale production. Given the high costs associated with composite manufacturing and custom battery technology, financial instability remains a major risk factor. Overall, Aptera has made meaningful strides in testing and refining its design, but significant challenges remain. Production timelines are still vague, engineering developments are ongoing, and financial security is uncertain. While the company continues to generate excitement, its path to full-scale manufacturing is far from clear. Is Aptera on track to deliver? Aptera's latest updates showcase impressive technical advancements, but they also reveal persistent gaps in production readiness and financial stability. The efficiency demonstrated in the Hermes road test was promising, and progress with PI3 and PI4 indicates that the company is moving forward with development. Additionally, strong community engagement and marketing efforts continue to keep interest in the brand alive. However, these strengths do not outweigh the pressing issues that Aptera still faces. The lack of a concrete production timeline raises concerns about whether the vehicle will ever reach mass production. Key engineering and manufacturing components, such as the transition to aluminum, battery integration, and wiring systems, remain incomplete. This suggests that Aptera is still in an experimental phase rather than being on the verge of production. Furthermore, financial uncertainty looms large, with no clear funding strategy outlined, despite the significant investment needed to bring Aptera's vehicles to market. Aptera's strong marketing presence could be both a strength and a weakness. While it helps maintain excitement, it risks creating a situation where public enthusiasm is disconnected from actual production progress. The company appears to be focusing heavily on maintaining engagement through contests and social media rather than addressing the fundamental challenges of manufacturing a solar electric vehicle at scale. Ultimately, while Aptera remains an exciting and innovative company, its ability to deliver mass production vehicles remains in question. Without solid funding, finalized production specifications, and a clear manufacturing roadmap, the dream of a truly mass-market solar EV remains just that, a dream. While Aptera remains an exciting and innovative company, its ability to deliver mass-production vehicles remains in question. Without solid funding, finalized production specs, and clearer timelines, the dream of a truly mass-market solar EV remains just that, a dream.